and essentially combating AI and in this space. So without further ado, let me introduce Federico, the CEO of Cardinal. Big round of applause for Federico, guys.
Cheers, guys. Hello, everyone. So first of all, I know it's the last one, so I'm going to be chilling, relaxing. Going to be a moment of sharing some ideas, sharing some facts, okay, hoping maybe that to raise some thoughts and questions. I just want to share with you some of the information and some of the things we actually been working on for quite a time right now, and understanding a bit of the environment that we are approaching. As you can see, okay, oh, I also have the power now, okay. So as you can see, we have this topic, which is digital identities of businesses and employees, okay. Key technology in fighting AI and phishing and control of digital assets, okay. So actually it's a super wide area of things. Just I want to actually a bit explain you more about this. About me, I have actually been inside the blockchain environment for quite almost a lot of time. Born 1996, first company started in 21 years, when I was 21 years old. I actually have managed and am CEO of Cardinal, which is one of the blockchain companies in Italy that builds blockchain applications, and also been co-founder and CTO of Freename. Okay, that maybe someone when you knows, Freename is a web-free domain platform that enables you to own your domains and TLD and use it as digital identity inside the different worlds and environment. About this, actually, in the last period, I also been as Italian ambassador for Blockchain for Good Alliance. Later also, I invite you at the stage. On the other side, we're going to display a bit of information. And also I've been working with Hitachi and MPA Infrastructure, which are actually corporates in Italy and Europe. For Hitachi is also all around the globe. The thing I would like to point to is about digital identity. And now, here's some facts. What are we talking about today? So we are going to talk about digital identity as why it's so important, emerging issues with the AI, identity theft, okay, business email compromising, impact of identity theft in the business and email compromising, and then how blockchain can support us on the process. Things we don't want to talk about is digital fantasies about blockchain and lobby story about future AI and stuff like that. I don't care about that, okay? So we're going to just chill about and why it's digital identity important? Well, it's super important. Thank you so much. Jokes apart? Yeah, okay, it's important, but why? Actually, just understand a bit, it allows digital environment to identify recipient in communication. So I can identify which I have. Of course, we know everything about that, yeah, no. Allows to provide proof of being an author of something, enables to give trust inside digital space, allows to stipulate contracts, and each digital identity represents someone or something. So it can be used for IPs, for example, it can be used for emails, as we know, in digital contracts, in certificates, and blah, 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 a lot of stuff. Fantastic, okay. But, and here are some examples, so as we can see, digital signature code of application, wallet of transactions, etc., etc. Thing is, this kind of theme, okay, it was handled in an approach when we used to have just PCs connected to the internet and full stop. And that was an approach where we used to have root of certificates identifying each other and enabling so in this way to have identities for everyone. Thing changes when we actually are entering into a space where everybody communicates with everyone, first thing. And second thing is where actually we need to have and to fight kind of attacks that we can receive based on the digital identity. And actually this is a thing that is changing. So in social media, for example, we are used to have right now the blue sign, you know? So you are trusted, super fantastic. Until Elon Musk purchased X, for Twitter XX, okay. When actually we got that, Elon Musk said, you know what? We can actually make people pay for being trusted. And that made a mess. The mess maybe you're aware not about, but the thing is, when you think about the fact that you are into a trusted space and you think that the counterpart is trusted and it's the actual digital identity, you turn off your schemas to see if actually who is the interlocutor, so the one that you're looking at, is actually a true or false figure. And with this, we got on Twitter, for example, that a fake account with the spot sign, okay, published some bad stuff, and that brought the entire stock value of the company dropping down. So the thing is, if we are into a trusted space, or we expect we have a trusted party on the other side communicating with us, we expect that this information is true. But it's not, actually. So this is telling us something. We are into a different kind of world except in the past. So right now we are into a situation where we can trust, but the trust needs to be defined in a new kind of approach, a new kind of environment. And so for this, let's just introduce something more in this kind of topic, which is maybe you might be aware. The thing is, the emerging issues that happens with AI. As you can see right now, you can create multiple kind of bots writing in super stuff about anything, emulate people, also with the voice. Okay, so we are capable right now with the technology so far that we have reached to create a lot of content that seems to be trustful. Okay, and this emerged to have brute attack, like in the shower I brought here. So in case of brute attacks, okay, no worries, no worries. What actually happens is that if you can bomb people with fake information, the idea behind the truth that actually people are receiving changes, okay? And so this means it can have impact in a lot of people and also in businesses, because businesses are made of people. Yeah, exactly. Wow, fantastic. So we are entering into something which is historical as the identity theft. So I can actually steal the identity of someone as a person, of inside a company, as the CEO of something. Okay, I can do this kind of stuff. And it's actually something that was happening in the past, but now can happen much, much faster and easier, because the cost of using technology like AI drops down. So everybody can be able to do that. Thing is, we get into the email compromises. Business email compromising, it's a super keyword, check it out, fantastic. It's the way we want to say and talk about the kind of attacks that occurs in the business industry. You receive an email, maybe about your supplier, telling you that he has sent you the invoice. You want to go to pay the invoice. You follow the bank account address information. You send the payment. The thing is, it was not your supplier. Did you check it out about that? You're not sure about that. People actually do this. If you want to do that, something like this, you can invoice like a school or something that maybe has a field of grass, and you invoice for the activity of cutting the grass. And just with the logo of the company that actually does this job. Thing is, they're gonna pay you. They do not check if you actually were the one that actually made the work. They expect, because they see the logo, they see the email, maybe similar. This is called business email compromising. And it's actually happening a lot, especially in great companies. So, according to different research, phishing and business email compromising are the #1 source of cyber attacks in companies. You can actually have an antivirus, a firewall that blocks you, but when you actually can reach people just because they trust on you, that's easy. And so, anti-phishing solutions exist to manage this, but actually they work in silos. They just work inside a company, not the whole chain of company. I talked with the CISO of Leonardo, company of world defense and blah, blah, blah stuff. They said to me they don't receive direct attack. Their suppliers receive the attacks, and then the suppliers attack them. That's actually how this is happening. But let's talk about numbers by the Federal Bureau of Investigation that, just to make your attention, is the FBI. Oh my God, super fantastic data. Okay, fantastic, I love it. So it's 43 billion, the phishing damage from 2016 to 2021, okay? Tons of money. Just in the last year, it was 3 billion, okay? These numbers are rising super fast, okay? Just to let you know, the average attack is around $137,000 per attack in this business email compromising. We are talking about many, many, many ding coins, okay? So we need to be aware about this kind of factor. And these are some of actually the institutions that are attacks. Why? Actually, hospitals needs to work, needs to run, but they're full of people that doesn't know anything about IT attacks and whatever. Telecommunication, there are super strategical information and companies empowerment. Import and trade companies always work into the shadow because they manage billions of assets to be traded every day. So they can't actually look to every kind of trusted identity. And so, some example, you can receive an email like this. Right now it's not possible to be read, but actually what they do is that they just send you a fake forwarded email. So they craft a fake email here and they forward that to you by telling, please hurry up, we need to solve this. And so you believe that. Just to say, finance worker pays out 25 million after video call with deepfake chief financial officer. Okay? Since the things are maybe cheaper to be done, it's actually easy. Everybody can do that. Okay, so think about someone out from an outer world trying to do that. It's possible, easy peasy. So here we are talking about blockchain. And so now I'm gonna just bring you a bit of blockchain stuff, just so we are into the topic. Digital identity needs to be enhanced. And a way we can do it is by enabling a database of digital identity signatures that enables me to understand who actually is the source of some kind of communication. And this blockchain can actually support us. It's a way where actually we can use the technology behind, that is the signature, the digital signature that blockchain uses, to actually improve like the proof of signature and using also the ECDSA curve certificates. It's super cool stuff. Do check it out. Consider that after Bitcoin went out, this kind of topic of ECDSA certificates scale up in terms of research and blah, blah, blah. So do a check on that, it's fantastic. Thing is, what you can do is that you have an email, you can sign like you are signing right now with two-factor authentication, and with that, you can actually then send it and verify the author. That's super fantastic, super cool, blah, 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 blah. Wow. Closing on this, imagine you have two companies, three companies working in a same solution. They use an antivirus, something like that, to trust themselves. With the blockchain, you can have a whole bunch of supply chain covered with this kind of signature methods. This is what we can discuss about. This is what actually is the way to improve right now the kind of communications. What I'm saying to you is just a topic, so it's not a solution, okay? But we can maybe look at it as a way to create some new kind of corporates, enterprise, and solution to fight against these kind of attacks that are skyrocketing in terms of prices and costs by using this kind of technology. To close, this topic of identity verification seems it very increasing in the future. The cost factor are rising due to lowering cost of AI and reachability by billions of users around the world. And we need to drive all our communication to a zero trust approach, something that right now we are not doing. Closing this, however, it cannot only be technology. We need also to do as human perspective to be more prepared to handle this kind of threats. Closing this, I just want to thank you, launching your thoughts with a question mark at the end, because maybe it's just an exclamation, who knows, or format issues. Anyway, thank you very much. And now,
you know what? What a session to end on, guys, because I think we've all been there. We've all been scammed in this space. Hands up for everyone that's been scammed in this space once before. Yeah, exactly. It's about sharing our stories and learning from each other. But we got time for one question? Or no, we're heading straight through. Let's get a question in, guys. The final ceremony is just starting on stage one. So everyone, could you please head through there straight after this? But we do have time for one question. Any questions from the audience? There's got to be one question. Tyler, I know you've got a question. I know you've got a question.
Hi there. My name is Tyler from myeasyverse.com. I was wondering, when it comes to identity, what's the minimum identity you could imagine that we need in the space right now? Or are there any identity solutions that we don't have that you could imagine us needing?
So I reach you on this. Actually, the kind of identity we need is to have something like a digital passport of each employee. I think it's one of the first way to use it. Right now, each one of us as employee has its own email inside a company. Sometimes maybe it doesn't. They just have sales@company.com. Okay. Thing is, when you are actually working, managing payments, payouts, contract, and you have more and more this kind of transaction, and especially we are going into a market that has corporates and lots of little small businesses, what we can do is that we can attach to that digital email also a digital certificate of signature. In this way, we are aiming to perform something like a KYC in the communication by trusting the source of what I'm reaching the information from. Here, what actually we can use is ECDSA, so the certificates of signature that also right now are issued by European Union and are part of the normal route of certificates, so we can just have an announcement on that. And that's an interesting point of the approach. Connecting it with the domain, like we said before, like with the domains, you can actually have public keys signature over there and privacy keys just to sign the information from your own key account. Closing that. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
And another round of applause for Federico, guys. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. And I just want to say as well, while we're on this topic, thank you for all of you guys coming today, engaging with the conversations, and also to the team that behind everything that goes on behind the scenes, guys. It's all possible thanks to the volunteers, the coordinators, and of course the founders. So big round of applause to all of you for being here, and I'll see you on stage 1 right away.